What is up, super fam and bro vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be checking out and reacting to none other than the Acolyte trailer, man. Like, I have been waiting for this for so long. We've heard a lot about the Acolyte. We've seen some things about it here and there, but we really don't know anything. Even though we've heard a lot, we know about who's in it, we know about some of the actors and all these little minute things, but as far as the actual story, as far as what's going to be going on in these show, we really don't know. And I'm pumped to get into this trailer so we can kind of get a little bit of understanding on the vibe of it and what's going to be going on overall with this, man. I'm super pumped. I'm super excited. I can't even say it enough. I'm really excited to get into this trailer. So without further ado, let's check out the Acolyte trailer.
Close your eyes. Your eyes can deceive you. We must not trust them.
Oh, it looks
Tell
hella
me
good, though.
what comes into your mind.
This high key looks like a movie.
Balance. I see fire.
I love her. Oh, okay. Okay.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense. What happened?
I sensed darkness.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yo.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power and who is allowed to use it.
What is that?
Oh shit. Hey, we're cooking. I'm not gonna. Hey, we're cooking. I'm not gonna lie. We're cooking. That was a solid trailer. They didn't show a lot, but whoa, like that was still a really solid trailer. I am excited. I am excited. I will say the action actually looks pretty solid. Like the action that we saw right in this trailer, there wasn't a lot, but what we saw, it looked solid. It looks like everyone is using the Force naturally. Just they're using it with whatever they're doing. Like in little fighting, they're using the Force still, and I like that aspect. It kind of seemed, bro, I love this actor too, so I'm really pumped to see her in this. I hope she doesn't die in the first episode though, because she's dope. Like, look at that. Like, okay, I don't know. We don't see the Force used as often as we should. I think, well, we've seen it used. Who's that guy? Who is that guy? What is he from? I've seen him in something before recently too. I just saw him in something and I can't remember what it is. Yord. I'm gonna have to. Someone let me know where Yord's from. He's from a show for sure. He's like from a show that was out recently or a movie that just came out. I've seen his face before. We don't get to see a lot of Jedi. We don't get to see these things. So going to the High Republic era, it's actually going to give us a way better look into kind of the Star Wars that I think a lot of people want to see in a way, because people want to see the lightsaber fights. They want to see the Force being used a lot. They want to see that more. And I think that people have kind of not appreciated the lore that has been like really given to us when it comes to Star Wars, as far as like the dyad goes with like Ren and Kylo, Ray and Kylo, yes, Ren and wait, Ray and Kylo Ren. God damn, that was insane for my brain. But you know, there's a lot of stuff that's going on there that people just are not rocking with. So I think this will give everyone that opportunity to kind of go into the show being like, oh, we get to watch lightsaber fights now. You know, like we can see the dark side be used more because we still don't get to see the dark side. You know, people want to see the Force lightning. People want to see a red lightsaber versus a blue lightsaber or a green one, or like that's what people want to see. Especially when it comes to the GA, right? Like the general audience, they want to see this thing that they think that Star Wars is, not what Star Wars is, right? Like they want to see what they think is Star Wars, not what the creators of Star Wars think is Star Wars, which is hilarious, but that's just how it goes, right? People want to see the thing that they want. So I think that this is going to give that opportunity to go back to that High Republic era where things were always going down. Like the High Republic era was crazy. So same with the Old Republic. Like both of these eras are insane, right? And people want to see that. So I think giving us this vibe right here will introduce even more to it. Like, oh, there's someone killing Jedi, so we're gonna have that mystery aspect to it. This gives me the vibes of Andor, right? The biggest gripe that people had with Andor is that it didn't feel like Star Wars because we were like, it just didn't really feel Star Wars-y. There were no aliens, none of that stuff was going on. But it still was a solid show nonetheless. You know what I mean? It still worked for what it is. And I'm excited to check this out. I'm so excited for this. I'm not going to lie. It looks like everyone is actually doing some good acting in this. The choreography looks solid when it comes to the fighting. There will be more fighting in this also. I literally think that people in the other Star Wars movies, they purposely don't know how to fight with lightsabers because no one's fighting like that with lightsabers. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like that's part of the story is the fact that, you know, some people are just swinging their lightsaber brashly and don't really understand the way to use it properly. And all of these things I really feel is just Star Wars kind of explaining different things that have happened throughout the years of Star Wars. We don't have masters to teach new younglings, so on and so on and so on and so on. So people don't really know how to fight with lightsabers. And then we get to the sequel trilogy, and there's two people that use lightsabers now. So they don't know how to fight with lightsaber. They're strictly going off of the Force. It's like when you put all that into thought, it makes sense as to why whenever we have like the Clone Wars and all of that, the action and everything is crazy because they're fighting, they're training all the time. Like that's what they do. So I'm saying all of this to say, I'm hoping that in this show, the High Republic era, we see some crazy actual choreography with lightsaber fights and all of that. I mean, already the stuff that we saw from like her, like this from her and the jumping and the kicking, that's already been like more what's the word I'm looking for? More acrobatic than a lot of the fighting that we've seen so far in Star Wars, right? Like up until this point, that jump, kick, flip, like all of that, we don't see that type of stuff anymore when it comes to the lightsaber fights. So that's also what I'm saying. It's like we have a lot of opportunity to get swifty here. Like that, we don't see that. We don't see that in Star Wars. We don't see that. We don't see that. We just don't. It doesn't happen. We don't see that in live action Star Wars right now. But we can now, you know? It's like we can actually see we can see a lot of this other stuff actually start to rise. And I'm here for it. But are you here for it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you excited about what you just saw? Are you not excited? I'm not going to say anything about the female lead stuff because that's just not what we do around here. We're not going to complain about there being a female lead in Star Wars. That's just lame. Like if that's what you're going to do, that's lame. I'm just going to say it right now. That's lame as hell if you feel that it's lame that there's a female lead in Star Wars, because there's always been female leads in Star Wars. So get over yourself, pimping. But I love this. I think I love this. Like, I think it's going to be awesome. I am a super fan of the dark side lightsaber going over the Disney Plus logo. I think that's happened before. I'm happy. I'm excited to see younglings. I'm excited to see Jedi Masters. Like all this stuff that we really don't get because all of the Star Wars that we have seen has been a all-out war. So it's like this isn't going to be an all-out war per se, but it is going to have a lot of those other elements that we are looking for. So I feel like we could possibly get the best of both worlds with this show. Coming out on June 6th. I'm excited, and I hope you are too. With all that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. And as I always say, I hope you stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you later. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.